Hello and welcome to Hidden Video Game Details, the series that aims to show you the things that you may have missed in your favourite games. In today's episode, we give a zombie a bath in Dying Light, we pay way too much attention to Conan's chesticles in Mortal Kombat 1, and we try to climb some stairs in Marvel Rivals. As always, if you think you know of a hidden detail or Easter egg that I haven't covered before, then let me know in the comments, and I'll feature you in the credits of a future video. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. Right, let's begin today's video with Fortnite. Now, in the last episode of this series, we discovered that emoting near this no emoting sign was very dangerous. This led to some of you asking what would happen if you destroyed the sign first, and then tried emoting. Well, fans of dancing Kratos can rejoice, as if the sign is destroyed, then Kratos can dance all he likes.
So I tell him it's one of me, he making fun of me, his girl is a bum to me.
It is still kind of weird seeing the super serious Kratos dance like a teenage TikToker, but he isn't breaking any rules. At least not now anyway. Now, Ready or Not is a game that sees you infiltrating some truly awful places. But one of the more normal places that you can take on is a condominium, where there have been reports of a hostage situation. As you make your way through the building, you can find a pro gamer setup, complete with tentacle anime girls and boob tube. Well, what makes this room so much cooler, as if tentacle anime girls aren't cool enough, is the fact that someone was streaming as the raid was carried out. Taking a look at the PC, you can see yourself caught in 4K, with the live chat reacting to the raid. Also, I know that some of you will ask, so here's what happens if you shoot the camera. So the live feed is cut, which is pretty cool. The other detail that I noticed in Ready or Not can be found back at the HQ. One of the posters on the wall explains the dangers of drinking too much, but if we take a closer look at the small print, we can see that it says, "Drink responsibly or I will come after you." Not to hurt you or anything, but just to tell you about the dangers of overdrinking and how it can be harmful to your health. This is not a threat, but it also sorta is in a way. Just be safe. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty funny. So when a new character is added to a Mortal Kombat game, I usually make a video covering all of the Easter eggs and references that come along with them. The thing is, I know next to nothing about Conan the Barbarian, so making a video about a character that I don't really find interesting wasn't really top on my list of priorities. I'll tell you what is on top of my list of priorities, and that's dancing pectoral muscles. Conan was famously played by super jacked Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Conan in Mortal Kombat 1 is suitably ripped. This is probably best seen after performing a brutality, where Conan will stand there covered in his victim's blood. Well, in what is almost certainly a video game first, if you hold either of the trigger buttons and then hold down whilst at this screen, this will happen. So you can make Conan's pecs dance, in what has to be the ultimate display of dominance. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is a video game first, but if you can think of any other video game that has a character with dancing pectoral muscles, let me know in the comments. Up next is MiSide. Now, in the last episode of this series, we discovered that there were certain names that you could call yourself that Mita didn't like. Well, it turns out there are even more names that will prompt a unique response from Mita. First up, if you name yourself after one of the developers, she will say this.
それはダメ。本当に開発者の名前を使うつもりなの？知ってくれてるのは嬉しいけど、とにかくこのままじゃダメだからもう一度やり直そう。
And if you choose to be uncreative and add numbers to your name, she will say this.
名前に数字を使いたいの？少し想像力に欠ける気もするけど、ご自由にどうぞ。会えて嬉しい。
Personally, I'm offended that Mita thought that MILFLover69 wasn't creative. Something else that we covered in the last episode was the game's idle animation, which saw your character whip out a knockoff Game Boy and start playing, something which Mita would notice. Well, after meeting Cappy, if you go idle, this will happen.
それゲーム機やりたいこれどうやって遊ぶの信じられないほど退屈そうだねこれをゲームって呼んでいいの
So Cappy will take the console from you so that she can have a go, but she soon gets bored and throws it away. I mean, it's easy to see where it landed, but there is no way to pick it up, which is why this next idle animation is even stranger.
え？どこで手に入れたの？私が返したわけでもないのに。変だよね。
So Cappy will rightfully wonder how you have your Game Boy back when you never picked it up again. I know this might be a bold statement, but these idle animations might just be the best in all of video games. The final MiSide detail is actually kind of creepy. Take a look at this doll and see if you notice anything strange. So the doll's eyes will follow you around the room. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, this is the least of your problems, but it's still spooky. Next up is Marvel Rivals. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I am still addicted to Marvel Rivals, but I'm nowhere near as bad as I was a couple of weeks ago. And I think I know why. Allow me to explain. You see, I know why I'm addicted. And it's the same reason I got addicted to games like Hearthstone and Marvel Snap. Since I professed my love for Marvel Rivals, YouTube has been serving up Marvel Rivals content like there's no tomorrow. And every time I watch a video featuring a character that I haven't really played, I have to hop on and try them out. I mean, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work out and I never play that character again. Well, until I see another YouTube video anyway. It's a vicious cycle. One of these hard to play characters, well in my opinion, is Wolverine. Wolverine is of course known for his devastating adamantium claws and being part of the X-Men. But did you know that he pays tribute to the X-Men with almost every attack? Or at least I think he does. You see, when Wolverine uses his primary attack, the mark left behind will be in the shape of an X. This can also be seen when using his vicious rampage move. I mean, this could be a coincidence, but I don't think it is. Instead, I think it's a really cool way to show his allegiance to the X-Men. Now, one of the most powerful ultimates in Marvel Rivals is Doctor Strange's Eye of Agamotto. This move knocks the souls out of nearby enemies, allowing Strange and his teammates to land some free hits. Well, what's cool is, certain characters' souls will be different from their bodies. For example, performing the move on Penny Parker will cause her human soul to be ejected, which is to be expected.
By the Eye of Agamotto!
Huh? System error?
Performing the move on the Hulk will cause Bruce Banner's soul to be ejected.
By the Eye of Agamotto! Our enemies are near.
But if you perform the move on Venom, this will happen.
By the Eye of Agamotto!
So instead of seeing the human soul of Eddie Brock, you see the soul of Venom. And I don't know why. I mean, I get that the symbiote has fused to Eddie and they are Venom, but still it would have been cool to see Eddie here. The final Marvel Rivals detail can be found at Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum. This map is used for the game's deathmatch mode, but it's also hiding a really funny detail. To show you, we just need to climb these stairs. So I don't know if you've noticed, but this is a looping staircase, meaning we are just going round in circles. I've played this map a fair bit and I never noticed this before. Right, let's end today's video with the still brilliant Dying Light. Now, if you've ever played Dying Light before, you'll have no doubt seen these yellow zombies. I mean, quite why they're yellow, I don't know. Maybe the game explains it, but if it did, I can't remember. Anyway, if the sight of dirty zombies is just too much to handle, you could always give them a wash. If you craft conducting fluid and throw it at the dirty zombie, this will happen. So as you might expect, the water will clean the zombie. revealing a normal looking zombie underneath. I've played Dying Light pretty much since its release, and I never knew this. So that's it. If you have any cool things in games that you think I should check out, then please leave them down in the comments. Big or small, obvious or not obvious, if I think it's cool, I'll include it in a video, and of course credit you like these people here. Remember, we are trying to reach 1 million subscribers, hopefully this year. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and helping me out. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.